Hi, I'm Gerard Paul, the pro-life guy. You know, today I'm here to tell you that sometimes some people are mean and selfish. I mean, it's just the way our society is today. You ever get these drivers who cut in front of you? They cut in front of you as fast as they can. You're doing already 10 miles over the speed limit, right? And then they just come, whoosh! I mean, what's the big rush? They'll even give you the finger. And meanwhile, a couple of miles down the road, you meet each other at the same red light anyway. The guy didn't get nowhere. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he's treating you mean. And he was selfish enough to cut in front of you. What about the supermarket? People are mean and selfish at the supermarket. First of all, getting a parking spot. You see a parking spot down there, it's probably the last parking spot, or maybe it's just the last parking spot in that area, right? Guy goes ahead and he doesn't care if he almost hits your car or puts your family into jeopardy, man or woman. They don't care. They're mean and they're selfish. All they want is that parking spot. They have no consideration for you, your family, or whatever you're going through. They just cut right in front of you. Take that parking spot, right? Do you realize even in the supermarket, people are mean? Huh? How many people bump you with their cart? They say nothing. They look at you like you bumped them with your cart. You know, if I bump somebody with my cart, I apologize. I never get that, you get that once in a while. Yeah, there are a few nice people out there, but most people are mean and selfish. I mean, I see people out there, you ever see the handicapped people? They ride the little buggy in the supermarket. I see people cut in front of them. Cut in front of them. Or even complain about them. They're too slow. Yeah, people are mean and selfish. Huh? How many people jump the line at the supermarket? You're there, maybe there's 10 or 15 people or any kind of line at the bank, waiting for tickets somewhere, and you're waiting there, and you know that, there's 5 people in front of you, and then somebody else just jumps the line. And everybody on the line knows that they jumped the line, but meanwhile, nobody, says anything about it. They just make faces. People are mean and selfish. They don't care anymore. You want a better example? What about Black Friday? You know how many people get stomped to death on Black Friday? Why? Because those people are selfish for what they're going to buy. They know there's only a few and they gotta have it. You know what I mean? They don't care if you die as long as they get it. Because those people are mean and selfish. Every Black Friday you hear about a few people dying because they're stomped to death by a crowd. That crowd don't care. They just walk right over them. They could be right under your feet, They use them as a tarp. They don't care because people are inherently, not everybody, there are a few good people out there, but with today's society, the way people are today, most people are spoiled, mean, and selfish. I mean, you get the same thing if you go to the mall, right? At the mall, people are, you go on the elevator at the mall, right? People, they don't care. They bump you in, they bump you out. Same thing on the subway, right? They don't care because they're mean and selfish. What about the homeless, huh? Do you know how many people walk right over the homeless in the street, huh? Or they make faces at them, or they say they're disgusting. These people there, they're people too, the homeless. They're human. Give them a sandwich. Don't be mean and selfish to them. And the most surprising thing is, what about church? Do you know that people are even mean and selfish in church? I mean, you go to church and there's one seat over there left in the pew. People will actually cut in front of you, huh? Trying to get that seat. They don't care if you got your mother-in-law with you who's 89 years old and who needs that seat. You'll get some guy 30 years old who'll be like, jump and rush to get into that seat. He'll even look at you and see you coming with your 89-year-old mother-in-law. But they don't care. You know why? Because people are mean and selfish. And that brings me to my last point here. What about pro-choicers? pro-choice. Abortion people, who believe in abortion, people who don't mind killing a human being for their own convenience because they're mean and selfish. They should be called pro-deathers or anti-lifers. They are just mean and selfish. All right? Now take a woman who's going to have a baby, and she goes to the abortion clinic, and the abortion doctor talks her into the abortion. Oh, you don't need all that. Don't worry about it. You can get funding. Obama is supplying it. That doctor is selfish. He just wants the business. It's almost like a retail store, right? For killing. And he's just looking for the money. He is also mean and selfish. Mean enough to kill that baby, selfish enough to make you do it. Anyway, I thank you for watching my video. And like I always say, life is a miracle. Save the baby.